Hello crocheters, I haven't been crocheting much lately, so I don't have a crochet project to share with you, but I do have another crochet tip. And many of you find my short videos sharing crochet tips, crochet hacks quite useful, and this is the kind of video I have for you today. And today's video is a tip on how to make starting chain. And of course, everyone who watches this video already knows how to make a chain to start your project. So here I made a sample starting with a regular chain and then making a few rows of double crochets. And the problem with the chain, with the regular chain, is that your first row is gonna be quite stiff. It doesn't stretch much in comparison to the last row. And many of you know that another way to start your project is by making a row of foundation double crochets. Here is what I did in this sample. And the first row will have some stretch to it, more than just when you start with a chain. But what I don't like about the row of foundational double crochets is that they are slightly lower in height in comparison to the rest of the stitches, other double crochets. And also if you stretch it, you can even see that they almost look like they are a bit tilted. I just don't like that look. But there's another way to make your chains so that your edge is gonna be quite sturdy. It's gonna have some stretch to it, and the stitches are gonna look nice and straight. So let me demonstrate it really quick. When you make a regular chain, you make a slip knot and then just yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. That's how you work the starting chain, and everybody knows that. When you work a row of foundational double crochets, you start with 4 chains, and then you're gonna work a double crochet into the first chain, or the first one on this end. You insert the hook and pull up a loop as if you were to make a regular double crochet. But before you do that, you actually do yarn over one more time and pull the yarn through the last loop. And now you can finish that double crochet. So here you have 2 double crochets. Now you do the same thing, yarn over and into the foundation of the previous double crochet, you insert the hook, draw up a loop, yarn over, and you draw the yarn, creating another loop, and then you finish the double crochet. And that way you can work as many double crochets as you need or want. So that's how you get a row of foundational double crochets. And finally, let me show you another way of making a nice sturdy starting chain. For this method, I start the same as usual by making a slip knot. However, I'm going to leave a yarn tail much longer than usual. Usually I would only leave about 4 or 5 inches. However, for this method, I need to leave the yarn tail twice as long as I expect my starting chain to be, plus another 5-6 inches. And I simply make a slip knot as usual. Here's what I do next. I remove the hook from the slip knot and I change the direction of the yarn tail. So this is the long yarn tail and this is the short one. But I switch the direction so that the long one now goes to the front and the short one goes to the back. And I'm still going to continue crocheting with the long strand. And here's how I'm going to do it. I insert the hook back on. So now I have the long strand of yarn to the front and the short strand of yarn to the back. What I do next is I'm going to put the short strand of yarn over the hook like this. And now I put the longer strand of yarn over my finger and I make a regular chain as I would usually do. But you can see that here is the chain, but there is another strand to it right here on the back. And now I do the same thing. This is the shorter end of yarn. I put it over the hook, and then with the longer strand of yarn, I make a chain. Again, the shorter strand of yarn I put over the hook, and then I make a chain. Over the hook and a chain. Over the hook and a chain. And that's how I continue making chains and here you have a chain that is stretchy and sturdy at the same time. And then you can just turn and start making your double crochets or single crochets or whatever stitches you need as usual. So here I made a starting double crochet, and then I make a double crochet into each chain. Please let me know in the comments below if this video was useful to you. Thank you, and until the next video.